Hello and welcome to Detective Grimoire, the original one. As you can see, this was released in 2007 on, well, Armor Games is one of them, and other sites too, I presume, because, well, this was the era of smaller, some of the bigger, but mostly games run in Flash. And in there lies the bit of, I wouldn't say problem per se, but Flash was discontinued on Chrome this January 1st, so yeah, no longer playing Flash. And I assume that's why, because I looked back through, I went in on armorgames.com and looked through the old games, and no, it wasn't there. Though that could also be that the developer, Super Flash Brothers, decided to remove it. I don't know. I presume it's the Flash thing. Anyway, what I have done is that I remembered that it was also on newgrounds.com, so going full nostalgia trip down the noughties internet history. Well, Newgrounds was before that. I think Newgrounds started up in 1999 or something like that. Anyway, that's unimportant for this. So, Newgrounds had also a lot of games that was on Flash. They, however, have made a Newgrounds player which allows you to play old Flash games as if they were in a browser, just without, the browser stuff. And that is what I'm using to play this game. Okay, so first off, we don't have an option screen. I'm hoping that we will get that in-game, but if things get a little loud, that would be why. So, as you can see about the game, that might actually be interesting. Detective Grimoire is a character-driven mystery game made in Flash. Yeah, the game is a little more complex than most Flash games you'll find on the internet. It involves searching for clues, discovering evidence, talking to witnesses, and solving the mystery. In the game, you play as Detective Grimoire himself, but you will meet a variety of different characters along the way. The game was created by the Super Flash Bros, Dim and Tom. For more information about Dim and Tom, Detective Grimoire, check out the official site, superflashbros.net. I'm not going to do that right now. So, before we start, I wanted to take up a thing that I kind of felt was missing from which would then be the sequel to this game. I felt that the whole gathering clues and such was great, and the whole interrogation part was also very great. I found the ending to be a bit lacking. As in, it was kind of too obvious, perhaps, and I feel like it could have used something like a motive. Like, I know that the kill, quote unquote, happened by accident and as a result of a scare, but I still felt like that motive and all that kind of thing, which is usual for detective games and such, I felt that was lacking. So I'm hoping that this will bring. I remember having played this. Well, obviously not recorded it, because back then I was not interested in recording, as I am now. So I don't know how long this is. I don't remember how hard it is. I believe that the sequel was... I remember this game as being actually pretty hard in terms of some of the clues are a bit obscure. And I don't believe you get hints along the way, like you did in the sequel. Anyway, let's try and jump into it. And again, if it gets a bit loud, I do have options for... No, that's only view options, so that doesn't really help me. I was looking to see if there was an options menu up in the top, and there is not. Right, well, we will deal with it either in the game or in the edit afterwards, if necessary. PDPD file 04054 victim Hugh Everton, crime murder. At 20:28 last night, a body was found at the local fairground that operates just outside of town. The cleaner, one Jerry Spears, discovered the dead body of his former colleague inside the hall mirrors. All the evidence points towards murder. The clown, Charles Ringer, who works at the very same fairground, is the main suspect. He seems to have some less than favorable links with the victim. If this grim case remains unsolved, the fairground manager, Mr. Gary Qa'Rajh, has stated he will have to permanently shut down operations. Private Detective Grimoire have been called in to clear things up. We've got one evening to find the truth about what happened last night. If Grimoire can't solve this mystery, no one can. Okay, it is a bit loud, and this one didn't have voice acting. So I will just... lower the sound output on my end so that I can actually hear myself talk. So I don't see an options menu, so sounds the voice is off, the quality is high, well, as high as it was for the time. I think actually I want to turn the sounds off. If I can do that. That didn't seem to work. Voice? No. Okay, well, I tried. Well, then I have to do the voices. I'm not gonna repeat myself again, Grimoire. You're listening this time, right? Something pretty nasty happened here last night. I'd say everyone in the fairground is a suspect. You've only got this one evening to do your thing. My thing? Don't tell me you're getting nervous now. The other guys tell me you're the best at this. You're not gonna let me down, are you? It's your job to talk to the suspects and explore the fairground for clues. You'll obviously need to take a look at the crime scene. But don't overlook any details, understand? Right, I think I understand. I have a bad feeling about this place. I can't shake it. Everyone is a suspect. It's your job to find who has a credible alibi and who is lying to you. So, one thing that I actually found interesting, and while it is something that will come up, I think the last name of the janitor, Spears, is the same as Sally, the girl who worked in the merch shop in the sequel. Is it possible that there is a connection? Absolutely. Do I know that there is a connection? No. Right. You should be able to work out who the murderer is by proving everyone else innocent. If you're confused about what to do, don't hesitate to ask me. Alternatively, the tutorial information is available from your notice page, where you can also save your game. What's with mustache? I think there was also something you could ask in the other one, and I don't intend on asking it here. So I think we'll just go, I'm ready. Okay, so point and click adventure. So here's nothing except Officer James. And let's see. Okay, so we are in the car park. Click to read. This is where Officer James is waiting for me. I should return here when I've proven that all the suspects are innocent apart from one. Notes and location will be added as you progress. So notes here seem to be based on locations. Right. Do I click this again? Or no, I click back. Okay. To the Fairground entrance then. Yeesh. There's someone there. Wait, what? Ah, yeah, that's right. The little girl actually is something that first appeared here. Something supernatural? Possibly. We don't know. Hi! What on earth? Where are your parents? This is the scene of a crime. I know. That's why I'm gonna help you out, detective. Why did you say it like that? I'm a real detective. In that case, where's your hat? If I had a nickel. Detectives don't have to wear hats anymore. Plus, it messes up my hair. Yeah, I believe you. Anyway, hat or not, you're still gonna need this. Map of the fairground? Hey, thanks. See you later. I have no idea who that was, but I'm pretty sure she's not the murderer. I sure hope not, anyway. So, does she even show up as in... No. So here you see... So this, where the other one we had to make the suspect and innocent game kind of to ourselves, this one actually does it for you. So, easier, perhaps, maybe. This place is pretty run down, but I can't see any clues yet. Okay. So, I just have to go inside? Seems like it, yes. Outside the funhouse. There's someone here too. I'd better get this investigation underway. Hey, you over there. Who on earth are you? I'm Detective Grimoire. I'm here to solve the mystery of last night's murder. Right, I see it now. The trench coat and everything. Aren't you supposed to wear a hat too? That's beside the point. Hugh Everton was murdered last night. you, Charles Ringer, you're a suspect. The main suspect, in fact. Oh, because I'm a clown? Who made that wonderful leap of logic? Look, I know Hugh and I never got on, but I can tell you one thing. I'm not capable of murder or anything close. Look at me. Is this the face of a killer? I'm gonna have to get a little more information out of him, I think. Okay, so we have our first profile here. Charles Ringer, occupation clown. Charles is the police's main suspect in this case, since he did not get on with the victim Hugh Everton. And we also have that coming up. The door is jammed. I can't get in this way. What a pain. The funhouse is falling apart. I think it was the victim's job to look after it. Oh. There's a small opening here. I might be able to get in this way, but I'm not sure. I'll come back later. Okay, so here it actually tells you what there is to look at. Let's see, nurse. Good little girl. Okay, I'll just in case. Okay, let's talk to Charles. So here we have. Let's start with last night. If you're not the killer, what were you doing last night? I was here, of course. You know, being a clown and all that. I left quite late last night, actually. I had a few hold-ups in the evening, but I didn't see anything suspicious. What was the last thing you saw before you left? Let's see. On my way out, I walked past the hall of mirrors and noticed that the door was slightly open. I closed it and carried on through the fairground. The only strange thing about that whole episode was how quiet the hall of mirror door was. It normally lets out a loud creak when you move it. I think that's part of the attraction, you know? The hall of mirrors. That's the crime scene. I wonder why the door didn't creak that evening and why it would be open. Okay, so here we have the map. So I think we can... Okay, so we can only go to places we have been so far. And it seems like this doesn't circle around. Click on an area. Yeah, okay. So, you work as the clown of this fairground. How long have you been here? A long time. Too long, in fact. I don't really like the way things are going around here. I have no idea why I left for good. I was appalled when the boss hired Hugh Everton to look after the funhouse. Not only was he useless at his job, he was nearly completely deaf with old age. It's just not practical. Still, no one deserves, well, you know. Hugh was deaf with old age and not very good at his job. This could be important information. Do you get on with the rest of the staff? Oh, that'd be a bit of an exaggeration, I'm afraid. I don't mind Mandy and her uncle, but that Ricky, I'm a top-notch entertainer warrior character, just too much. He doesn't even like kids. What a joke. He doesn't take any pride in his work. Looks like Charles finds it hard to get on with Ricky Warrior. He is the entertainer, I think. Also, who is Charles to talk about pride with that big hole in his costume? Maybe I should ask him about that. Yes! Oh, yes, that actually is. Like, if you don't mind me asking, why is there a big hole in your trousers? Surely you'd want to be a little neater than that, even if you're a clown. To be honest, I'd rather we didn't talk about the unfortunate condition of my frilly cloud slacks. That's the first time anyone has ever said that, I bet. Still, there must be more to the story of his ripped clothing. Maybe I can find a clue that'll get him to elaborate. So, yeah, what this does is basically that when you have clues here, the same way you have to present these clues. Right now we don't have any because, well, we haven't picked anything up. Move to the hoop game store. Oh, I thought it was going to do something at its own. These toys look really cheap. Maybe I should ask Mandy about them. So, yeah, same kind of ordeal. Books. I wonder why there are so many books. I'll try asking Mandy about them, I suppose. Alright, so we got picked up all the clues. Right, talk to Mandy. Excuse me, miss. Do you work here? Pretty sure I do. Name's Mandy Fairground. I'm in charge of running this game store. You seem a bit young to be working in a place like this, don't you think? Oh, there was a typo there. That actually threw me off. You seem a bit young to be a private detective. Oh, are detectives only allowed to wear a hat when they reach a certain age? I'm older than I look, I'll have you know. Anyway, could you tell me a little about yourself? I'm conducting an investigation to find out about last night's murder. Of course you are. Why else would you show up? Unless you're after some candy floss. Did you know it's actually bad for you? My powers of deduction do stretch that far. Thanks. I'm not sure what to tell you. I worked here for a little while. I got a job through my uncle. This job is helping me pay for college, but it's a lot of fun too. I get to hand out toys to kids. Who doesn't want that? I wonder if our uncle is here at the fairground. Okay, so let's... Ooh, something we haven't asked about. Right, last night. Could you tell me what you were doing last night? How could I forget, really? I was here, late, like I normally am, just kicking about. Eventually I hear shouts coming from the hall of mirror, and then Jerry, oh, that's the cleaner, he comes running over to me and starts telling me what's happened. I helped him call the police. After they showed up, we were all allowed to go home. So you were one of the last people here last night. It seems that way, but I was here at my stall the whole time. I had things to do, you know? I wonder why Mandy stays late every night. I should have a look around before I press her about it. The fairground. Do you get on with the other staff at the fairground? Oh yeah, the guys often argue amongst themselves, but I stay out of it. Charles, the clown, is pretty hard to get on with, but he's got a good heart. I can't say I had a particular dislike for anyone, except, well, Jerry does get on my nerve, but he's sweet, I guess. I got on well with you, although no one could deny he was pretty useless as his job. The funhouse was always in a terrible state. Sometimes I tried to help Hugh with future repairs or ideas for improvement, but he'd never get anything done. I always figured the boss would replace him, but now look what's happened. It sounds like Mandy has an interest in the funhouse. So we don't yet have the option to talk. I don't want to sound rude, but these toys look pretty cheap. I've never seen those characters anywhere before. What? You never heard of Turquoise Bonnie and his friend Ruby Rabbit? What about everyone's favorite, the King of Scare Felix? Or Jimmy the Striped Horse? He's quite a new one, actually. Really? Was that it? Okay. Well, that didn't really give us anything. Okay. Well, So, clues... Oh. Ah! Oh, they're just for when I get bored, you know? It can get pretty quiet around here. There are an awful lot of them. Are you sure they're just for light reading? Yeah, I mean, why else would I need them? I'm not sure about this, but I can't think any of those books have something to do with what Mandy was doing that night. Ooh, okay. Let's try this and then end the episode on that. When a character is hiding something, you must perform an eye contact interrogation, easy eye, to get to the truth out of them. You control Grimoire's eye movements with your mouse. Hold your cursor to the left of his face to look away from the suspect. As soon as they begin lying, you should be able to tell there will be a white flash. Move your cursor to the right to look them in the eye. If you get it right, they will break down and tell you the truth. Now move your mouse over the back button to click to start the eye contact interrogation. Oh, this is going too fast. I couldn't actually read it, but yeah. Okay, you win. I'll tell you what I'm up to, since you seem eager to know. I'm studying for my exams, and these are all my revision books. I need to bring them to the fairground because it's the only chance I get to go over them. Is that why you stayed last night? That's right. I stay late most nights and use the time alone to get some work done. My exams are in 2 weeks, and I'm totally unprepared. That makes sense. Why did you keep it from me, though? I'm not sure. I suppose I was worried you'd think it was weird bringing my revision books to work like this. Don't worry. I don't think you will. Now I'm the one who's been caught lying. Either way, I'm pretty sure this clears up Mandy's alibi. I think I can believe her about this. So... no, she is still a suspect. Okay, there is something else. Let's see, can we... oh, okay. Okay, so nothing new there. Well, that's it for this episode. In the next one, we shall continue the investigation and see where we are led down this path of mystery. But until then, take care.